Welcome to another Cool Loser Tech video. In this video, I'm going to show you a cool ROM right here called Carbon ROM. And I will show you exactly what customizes you can have in this and what kind of cool new features. Like, I'm just going to kind of go through like the fronts, drag it on here. You will see it's running on 4.2.2, the latest version. And you can see that dragging on the right side of the corner opens this, and even on over here it doesn't do it unless you do it on the very corner. When you're in here, you can rearrange them, make these smaller. You can tap on here and you see it switches up, and you can actually set those for more multiple applications to be in one little section in here. But now that I talk about going up, you see I got my navigation button. I'll bring it up again, and you see I can tap on it, and you can see I got the shortcuts right here. Instead of having just Google Now, I have different stuff there, and holding down on these navigation buttons, you see that they bring up shortcuts. So these are the widgets, so you have certain widgets, you can add those in there as well. Now I'm still back onto the Apex launcher, so it's not the launcher that you're gonna get, but you're getting pretty much the stock Android. Basically looks the same, I just have it like themed through Apex. You see there's the clock. Going on to the widget section, you will see that it does have a different type of look of widgets. Going into the widgets, there's the section where you hold on to it, and you will see that you can set it down, and you can pick the clock and alarm, bold the hours or bold the minutes, let's say the minutes ones, and then you can see the font color if you want to change it up, light green, and then you can see more stuff there. Let's check the mark, and you see the weather panel if you want to add the weather to it, and then the calendar events, and then if you're done, just check the mark, and you will see that both of them change, but there's the look to it now. So let's just jump into where we go into the settings, and this is where you're going to go into changing and theming it all out into the Carbon ROM. Actually, before I get into that, you see the dark carbon right there. If I tap on that, I go into the light version. I don't know if you can actually see the difference, but in my eyes, I can see it actually looks like a little glow in the background, and it's not going to be as black. And if I click on it, let's go into the Carbon ROM interface. Go into the interface. This is where you go into the carrier label. When I drag this down, you see the Cool Loser right there. That's to change the name, notification drawer style. If you want to see more through it, you'll be able to change the transparency through here. And you see it's less there. Also, for an example, as emails came in, you can drag up or drag down, and you see that you can minimize notification shortcuts going into here. Now bring down the notification. You see nothing by my finger, but as soon as it hits to the bottom, you see we got shortcuts on the bottom. Now that is not a stock feature, that is cool. And obviously if I want to jump into them, I can just click onto them as an application. A number of shortcuts, here is where how many you want to have, 6 by default, and you can have a ton of them still holding up in there. And here are the applications that I've chosen to have in there. So let's go into the none section, and we see into the empty. Application, activities, Apex, and bookmarks, and different shortcuts that we can have through this. If we go into the applications and then see if we can choose what we want to the drive, and let's press OK. You can change the order as well, but now we have 5 icons right there, so quickly jump through. It's really nice for all the shortcuts. You can go back on there, and then UI mode for phablet nav bar stays on the bottom. That's on the bottom. So if I would go to the left side like this, it should still be popping up here. It's actually going to be on the bottom right here, like the Nexus 7 type of deal. I didn't know what to do with this, so I didn't mess with it. LCD density is to change it to make it look like if you're using it on a 10.1, a Nexus 7, or on a phone device. CRT, screen off. That is the ability to have this look like the TV off. It's not the best one that I've seen for ROMs, but that's the way you have it. If you don't want to see that off animation, just turns off like this. And you also see the option to have it when you turn on the screen as well. Low battery warning, playing games or doing something and notification bar pops up. You don't want it to do that. You can select different options here that just makes a noise, and a little notification will pop up here instead of being in front of the screen. Power button torch, so whenever you have your phone in your pocket and you need a flashlight, bringing it out, holding your power button will have like a little flashlight mode where you don't have to turn on the screen and press any buttons. It'll just be press and hold, and it should turn on. And then wake up on chargers. You know, when you plug your phone in, and as soon as you disconnect it, if you don't want it to do it, well, you know, the screen won't turn on. Went to the unlock screen. I never encrypted any of my phones, so I don't know what to tell you on that. You see more stuff here that you can go into. If you want to change the backgrounds just to make it look different than what you have on your normal launcher, the battery status always on. Clock widget, slider targets. So if you want to, since it's running the 4.2, you have that option to slide over and, you know, look at your widgets, or go over here to your camera and then you can actually slide, oh, it already slid down, but up and down so you can see whatever else you have on here. I don't really need this option. This is all I ever do just to unlock. It's pretty cool though if you do like it. You have more different things to set up through there. I'm just not going to go through everything. And then navigation, where you see, how do I go back? I've been going back by pressing this button right there, but let's go. In here in the navigation, you will see, you won't see it because I have it disabled, but as soon as I drag up, you see that I laid it out this way. If I click on there, it'll give me the recents, which I can change it, anything I would want it to be. I can add more rows. Clicking on here, there's another row, and another row, so there's tons there. Once you're done and you set your home buttons and actions that you would like, you gotta press save so it knows that what you want it to do. Navigation bar color, so you can change it, because normally the navigation buttons are white and I change them to the hollow theme and then colorize all buttons. You can change the actual icons. Navigation bar if you want to make them bigger, smaller, and then hidden bar enabled, so if I click on that, watch this, now it's going to be there all the time. And then navigation ring, this is where you would want to come, and you will see that these are the rings that you will get once you select on here and you drag up and you get these options there. So this is what this one is to set it. As soon as I let drop on there, choose your camera, long action. If I held it long enough, I can actually make a different kind of application. Let's go select an application and let's make it a calendar, or a calculator I meant to say. And then I'll press save. So now let's touch here, drag up, and leave it long on the camera, and then it launches the calculator. So you know there's lots of different gestures there that you can do. And configure widgets, that was the long hold of this, and you can add, and this is where you go, choose a widget. So let's do the analog clock, click back, hold down, and you see that we'll be able to see the clock right there. And other widgets that you have that have Facebook or Twitter or whatever you would like to do, you'll see it in here, you can scroll it. So that is the navigation bars. And then if you go into the pie controls, and then this is what pie control is. If you hold right here, you got your back, your home, your recent application, your search, and your menu, and you will see that you got your time, and you got different information in there that shows up. So that's your pie controls if you want to, you know, allow it to do it. Instead of having these show up, you can take them off instead of having to swipe up to enable it. I like this feature a little bit better than having the pie option right here. And then you come to the power menu, which is when you turn off the screen, what do you want it to show? If you want it to do the screenshots, the torch, a navigation toggle. So now when I turn the screen off, you see that I got the option right there. See, I can select that and it actually turns them off. So if I had pie, I'd be able to use it without having to swipe up. And then the power widgets, which are these right here, power widgets. I like these shortcuts and widget button orders, and you will see this is the stuff that you'll see through there that you can change. You see that if you don't want the orientation to be up there, you can move it up and down, brightness, location. So if I want to turn the screen up, it's like that, or bring it down. Going to the status bar. Status bar is to control everything that comes in here. Battery icon style, so you can change it. There's quite a bit in here by battery icon. You see that there's more than usual. You can add different looks, and that's the battery icon right there. You can have the text only, the icon with centered text, and you see that's how it looks for there. The speedometer, you got the speedometer type of look. The square mod, you can see it square out. Circle with percent. I like the dotted, which was this one. Clock and date, you can move the clock and date to the center and stuff. The single status bar, you can remove set brightness control, hide the status bar within different things, notification behavior, notification count. Instead of having like a whole bunch of messages showing up here from like 5 different people, it'll show you just with one icon saying that there's 6 messages. Breathing SMS, that's a really cool one. And watch what's gonna come up here on the very left side. The information, and then you'll see it breathing. Inhale, exhale. And since we're here, if you're in 4.2, you will also be able to reply, read the message, or call right back. So once you press read, it'll dismiss it, or press reply, and it'll open up as like a little widget type of thing where you can reply from here. But that's the breathing part, and then the breathing missed call, so it'll do the same thing just like that. And then we got the status bar toggles, which is what we would do to control to see these toggles if you want it to be bigger or smaller, and icon colors, and to react with this little thing there. Toggle setup, you see that we'll be able to rearrange them, because right now they're arranged like this. I can't move them from here. I have to go into here to move them. You can see them in tiles. You can see in traditional. Going in traditional, you'll see it kind of like react right now, so it's doing the change. Let's bring it down, and you'll see now it's different type looking, so that's what you get with that one. Traditional scrollable, this one right here, and you see we got the scrollable one that I had before, and then we have a lookalike to that one. So if you don't want to have the power widgets, you can use this scrollable one if it's better than the one with the power widget. So toggles per row is to change how many you have. Like right now there's 5 per row. You can change it to be 3 only, which makes the size bigger. And then down here you see the double click action. So right now we can add another one, and let's put this, and let's do long press blink. Let's go into custom application. You can see you can add alarms and whatever you would like. You know, it's just a shortcut way to get to your thing. Let's go to tweet lanes. Let's add another one. Let's add a Voxer. So I want to press save, and it's saved. So now let's open it up, and we'll see we got 4 of them here, and I can jump into it just by holding on to it, and it jumps into the application. And you won't see it because it's still popped up, but it's in the background right now. So yeah, that's how you're gonna, you know, work and theme out this phone to make it work this way, look this way. And I'm gonna tell you straight up that it's not the fastest ROM I've tried, but the battery performance on this ROM is awesome. You can see the performance mode. You can choose between on demand. I always keep them on demand if you want performance, which means it's always going to be on one setting, which is 1.2 gigahertz. You can go into more details here, which I have no idea what to work and what to look at. You could actually underclock it. If you don't want it to be the minimum of 350, you can have its minimum choice, or always have it to its max. And then here we have the themes. You'll be able to Google, you'll be able to go to the Carbon ROM website and check out the themes that people make for these phones that make your phone look a little bit different colors and actions. That's pretty much it. Everything else comes as a stock feature that you'll see in other ROMs. Here about phone, let's go look at it right now. You see what version and stuff that's happening on my phone. And just before I go, let's go into the camera. And in the camera, I'm gonna hold it here, and we'll see that we got the 4.2. Snap a picture right there. And if you want to go into your settings, you can just go into your settings by adjusting the exposure there. You see it's all within your thumb. Go into here, switching the camera, and then go turn off your flashes. And I mean, it's all within your thumb's reach instead of having to click on different things and open up. You're getting the pure Google Android 4.2.2, and you got the look here where you want to do the sphere there, and that's the line, and then I can keep taking pictures, and it'll take it on its own. So once you're done, you just press stop, and it should stitch it all together, and you'll be able to see like you're in the Google Maps and stuff into your gallery just by going to the right side and going through your pictures. Now, to tell you the worst part, when I go into my Google Talk, if I want to do video chatting, it actually force closes, and that's the only problem that I've seen on this. Only during video chat, so you can chat on the instant message and stuff like that, but not video chat. Then you got your dialer here when you make calls, and then your call log. And then right here, you'll have everyone under of all your contacts and stuff. I just don't want to. But yeah, if you actually like in this kind of ROM, it's very lightweight, works great. It's on the nightly version, so there's always room for improvement and new things to add. And I liked it a lot when I first got into it. So if you like it, go try it out for yourself. Thank you for joining. I hope you guys liked this review of this Carbon ROM. Please favorite, like, share my video, and make sure you're subscribed so you can see more videos like this. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you check out my other videos, which I do the best applications and games every week. I got lots of stuff there for you to enjoy and have fun with the Android. So until then, guys, another ROM review I'll get to and check out. So see ya later.